on Worcester News Tonight, a public safety youth academy helps encourage a positive relationship between police and the city's youth. Plus, a unique competition makes its way into Worcester for the weekend. We take you wakeboarding. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brittany Schaefer. A suspect accused of breaking into multiple Worcester homes tries and fails to outrun police. The chase did end up in an arrest, but not before the suspect allegedly did some damage to homes and rattled members of the neighborhood. Alicia Palumbo has the latest.
Caught on camera, a man allegedly trying to break into several homes in Worcester in the middle of the day Thursday with police not far behind. 57-year-old Stephen Shaw of Worcester was arrested and charged with several crimes, including breaking and entering, but not before he allegedly terrorized the Salisbury Street neighborhood, including an elderly woman watching her 9-month-old granddaughter.
He then went around the back of the house, took a rock, smashed a window, reached into the house through the door handle. At that point, she screamed she was calling the police, and he fled the scene.
But investigators say Shaw didn't go far, allegedly trying to break into Christina Spillane's house 2 blocks away just half an hour later.
Tried to lift off a grate at the basement window and used something to break the window. My alarm company called me and they said there was motion in my basement.
The alarm company notified police, who chased Shaw on foot behind Spillane's house through her neighbor's yard and up the street, where he was arrested trying to hide under a pine tree.
It's upsetting. It's not shocking. I mean, we have had neighborhood break-ins in past summers.
It's a shame, but the police are really good about keeping an eye on things.
Spillane says she's thankful her alarm helped put Shaw behind bars.
I mean, serves him right. He doesn't seem like he's the smartest crook, breaking into one place and then half an hour later trying another place.
Shaw is being held on $50,000 cash bail and on a probation violation. Prosecutors say he has a 12-page record and has spent more than 20 years in prison. In Worcester, Alicia Palumbo, Worcester News Tonight.
Undercover Worcester police officers arrest 4 people on drug charges. In response to numerous complaints about the area, the Worcester Police Department's neighborhood response team were surveillancing Ethan Allen Street Friday morning. Police saw 3 individuals buying crack cocaine from 41-year-old Rafael Miranda. The 3 were preparing to smoke the drug when police intervened and arrested them for possession. Miranda was arrested for distribution of cocaine. A handcrafted pineapple taken from a senior center. This happened in Uxbridge last night. Tonight, police are trying to find the culprits. The stolen pineapple was donated by a woman in honor of her mother. Right now, Uxbridge police are searching for possibly 3 suspects in a red car seen on town hall security cameras. If you have any information about this incident, please call police. The UMass Police Department has put together a first-of-its-kind public safety academy. Teens have taken part this week on the campus of UMass Memorial's medical school to learn about policing and going through rigorous training. Our Rosalind Flaherty has the story.
For the past week, 14 students from North High School have learned what it takes to become a police officer.
First day was really, tough because I wasn't expecting it.
The UMass Police Department put together a public safety youth academy. Cadets have been learning rigorous skills like drills, first aid, and patrol procedures.
Just everything that you would get at a police academy, just condensed in 1 week.
Sergeant Nakia Jackson and Officer David Spellman spent the past year putting the program together. They say the goal is to encourage a positive relationship between law enforcement and the youth, as well as exposing them to actual training.
Have the youth get a different look at how policing is actually done.
There's a lot of unknown aspects of police work that can be kind of led in the wrong direction, and misinterpretations are out there. So we wanted to kind of develop this program to kind of bridge that gap.
Like many, Senior Emmanuel Ajay wants to work in law enforcement. He says this week has really opened his eyes.
You have like 0.1 second to make a split decision. So through all that, it's been like really a good experience.
Officer Spellman says the week has been rewarding, watching the transformation of the cadets.
Went from a group of individuals to a group working together as a team. They really have been working hard at embracing teamwork and unity.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
The Wootown Wake Fest is happening in the city this weekend. In its second year, the event is set to bring thousands to Lake Quinsigamond. Our Cam Jandro hopped on board and got a first-hand look at the competition.
This weekend, Lake Quinsigamond gets extreme as it hosts Wootown Wake Fest. Now in its second year, the event hosts some of the world's best water sport athletes in a variety of competitions. President of Wootown Wake Fest and Worcester resident Mark Portuendo says he's happy to bring this event to his home lake.
The other thing is very proud of Worcester as of late. I believe that Worcester is believing in itself. I believe a lot of businesses are pumping money into the city, and the hope is that, we're going to grow as a city, and I would like Wootown Wake Fest to be part of that growth.
Participants showcase their skills in wakeboarding, wake surfing, and wake skating. Ella Koya Herget hit the water Friday for some practice on her flyboard, sending her more than 10 feet in the air. Herget says being propelled that high is a feeling like no other.
But either way, it's a lot of fun, and just being in the air is a whole different level because there's a lot of things you can do on the ground, but not a whole bunch of things that you can do combining the water and the air.
Thousands are expected to visit the Wake Fest, with competitors coming from California, Canada, and Australia. For participants, it's a fun and unique way to enjoy the summer weather.
A day and age of Iron Man movies and Captain America and Wonder Woman, being able to fly is a pretty neat sensation. Yes. It's a lot of fun. It's a great sport.
It's a good opportunity to try something new and something fun. So that's why we're here, is to kind of show the sport that I love to everyone else that doesn't normally have an opportunity.
Now the event goes through the weekend with competitions all Saturday and open wake surfing sessions on Sunday. You can find all of the information on their website, wootownwakefest.com. In Worcester, I'm Cam Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.
The far below average temperatures we've been having in July didn't keep away Bravehearts fans from tonight's game. Hundreds of fans took the stands to cheer on the Worcester Bravehearts, taking on the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. The popular choice of dress tonight included pants and sweatshirts, but many fans didn't seem too shocked by the colder weather.
Here to watch some Bravehearts baseball.
We're New Englanders. We know how to prepare for outings.
We will get a look at our local forecast later on this half hour. A generous donation from TD Bank in Auburn will help support programs including substance abuse education and after-school development programs. Friday, Auburn Youth and Family Services were awarded $5,100 from the bank. This is part of TD's Bring Change campaign. It supports people and organizations in communities across the bank's footprint, making a meaningful local difference.
They do make an impact and touch people's lives and bring change to the communities. And we look for organizations that maybe aren't the largest, but who, the dollar amount can really make an impact.
This is $5,100, and it will benefit us in a wonderful way. It will allow us to bring more programs to the youth of Auburn, after-school programs, things like that.
Auburn's Youth and Family Services says the money will help with after-school development programs. Hundreds of nurses remained on the outside at Tufts Medical Center today. The nurses locked out after the hospital hired temporary nurses on a 5-day contract. The union and the hospital say they're still at a standstill over staffing levels, pay, and retirement benefits. The nurses do plan on returning to work on Monday, but tonight, Tufts Medical Center released this statement, which reads, "The MNA's plan proposes tremendous risk to Tufts Medical Center and provides much lower benefits to our valued nurses. Our proposal both saves money for the hospital and reinvests savings in a stable retirement plan for all."